game's being played. How's it going down? It's on till it's gone, and I got to go down.
Now swing my body right to left, left to right. You notice it's time.
Welcome to the Dark Times channel. And before I get started, make sure you guys go ahead and hit that like button for me. And if you're back again and again and again, and this is not your first time and you enjoy the content, make sure you guys go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well. And so let's go ahead and get into it. And so there's a video that's been circulating, and I'm not quite sure how long this video has been out, but this was back when Ayesha Curry was on The Real. Now, I'm not too familiar with the show, but I'm pretty sure I'm familiar with the Get Down, and y'all know what I mean. And so when I came across this clip, I was thinking to myself, does somebody like this even want to be married? Does an Ayesha Curry even really want to be married? And this is not just directed at her. There's an epidemic of men, in particular black men, choosing women that don't want to be chose. And when I say chose, I'm not talking about just picking somebody for some arm candy or for a night or two. I'm talking about picking somebody to settle down with. Your main lady, your main girl, your tea lady, your wife, whatever you want to call it. And so in this clip, I'm not sure how many people noticed this, but when Ayesha Curry went to take her ring off, and I know she was doing it jokingly, but you don't play like that. You don't play like that. That's not something you play with. And I'm not sure, like I said, how many of y'all noticed this, but her co-host, I think her name is Jeannie, and she's married to Young Jeezy, I think. She's married to Jeezy. I think they've been married for a little bit now. And so even her co-host, she knew better. And I think it was probably on a subliminal level. She just reacted. She reached over her hand and she was like, girl, what are you doing? You are married to Stephen motherfucking Curry. And not that it matters to me in the least, because I'm not somebody that gets caught up in money, status, and image. But the kind of people that are on this panel definitely care about it. And so even her co-host, Jeannie, she was like, girl, what are you doing? You know who you're married to? But Ayesha Curry could give a damn. She could give a damn how it looks, because it's all about her. It used to be, when you chose a girl, when you chose a wife, or whatever the case may be, it used to be. It was about more than trying to get the baddest chick. It was about trying to get the right one. But the generation now, they could give a damn about choosing the right one. It's all about choosing the hottest one. And they don't care how hot she is. She could be burning. And you got dudes in the NBA tricking off $500,000 to go on a date with a rap video girl. All this tricking and all this simping, it's gotten to a whole nother level. And then we got our dude Zion out here. He's messing around with porn stars and strippers, getting them knocked up, raw dogging. You know, there was a time where you didn't get stripes for that. You got no stripes. In fact, you got some stripes removed. If you were caught seen out in public with somebody like that, you didn't get stripes for that. You got stripes removed. And now it seems like almost a badge of honor to be able to get with the same girl that your homeboy got with, or that your homeboy's homeboy got with. And I can't really say it's just the younger generation either. It's just more like the times. It used to be where men knew that some women were made for this and some women were made for that.
She from the Bronx, bro. Fordham Road. Have you been to Fordham Road? Talk when next time you go to New York, go around Fordham Road, Concourse, High Bridge, South Bronx. You gonna see what you spent $500,000 on and be like, yo, I was wild.
You was wild. You could have got her a pizza.
Yeah.
And the same thing could be said for guys, for you ladies listening. Some guys are made for this and some guys are made for that. And there was a young girl that went viral recently, and some of y'all may know the story. It was a young girl, I believe she worked at Home Depot, and she decided to take a selfie of herself on her lunch break while working at Home Depot. And like I said, this is a beautiful young sister. She took a picture of herself. She was feeling herself that day at work, and the picture went viral. And people started complimenting her on her looks and how beautiful she looked. And then a lot of people jumped in her DMs and started clowning her for being a square. You had people clowning this young girl for not going on OnlyFans and sticking something here and shoving something here for a little cash so she can get a bag. People had the nerve to actually clown this young girl for working a square job at Home Depot. And I was thinking to myself, if you're going to trick, and ain't nothing wrong with a little trick, and everybody tricks off a little money here and there, but who and what are you tricking it on? And so if you're going to trick, this is the kind of girl you trick it on. All these NBA players out here tricking off money on this and that. This is the kind of girl you blow $500,000 on Jordan Poole on a date. If you're going to trick off $500,000 on a video girl for a date, then you can trick off $500,000 for a square girl working a square job that you don't have to be ashamed to be seen with, and could potentially have the qualities to be the mother of your children. This is the kind of girl you want to blow a bag on. Zion, you want to trick off $100,000 a month on a corn star. You want to trick off a little money? You want to trick off a game check? This is the kind of girl you do it on. Not some girl that's been opening her legs for Tom, Dick, and Harry for the past decade. And so it's just knowing how to choose. You know, it used to be men knew the difference.
You got a lot to learn. You got to learn the difference between being loved and being laid. When I was with your mom, that was being loved. You see down at the end of the bar there? That is for being laid.
But now everything's got so convoluted that people can't even tell the difference. Or maybe they can tell, but they just don't give a damn. There's no shame. A little bit of shame is good. If you shit yourself on a crowded bus, you should be ashamed. There should be a level of shame that comes with that. But there's no shame in anybody's game anymore. The more promiscuous these girls are, the more these guys want to settle down with them and trick off money on them. And so it's all twisted. Everything's all backwards. We're completely 180 degrees from where we used to be. And so I think that's going to be a good spot to go ahead and close out. And let me know how y'all feel on this one in the comment section. And make sure you guys hit that like button for me on your way out if you haven't done so already. A lot of you guys want me to get back to some of my older videos, and I'll definitely do that. But in between, I got to get out some of this content too. And so definitely stick with me, hang with me, understand what I'm trying to do. And as usual, peace and chaos.